Hi. Hello, everyone. I know I came in earlier and I said that I wouldn't be coming live due to I wouldn't be coming on because of the battle. But if it wasn't confirmation enough for me, the battle was canceled. Whoever would have thought, go figure, they canceled the battle so that old Miss Nissie can go ahead on and do her what? Supportive Saturdays. But on the most serious note, I've been, like you all know, I say, give me the question, and I'm going to try to find the answers. So I've been getting a lot of questions from young ladies that feel like their parent have favor to the other child or the sisters, really, it's sisters. I don't have any sisters. So I really couldn't say, like, if it's true, if it's not, a high go. But I was talking to a couple of my girlfriends, and I was asking them about it because, you know, like, they have sisters and come from a family of a lot of girls. And one was like, you know, sometimes a child feel that way, that it's favoritism because the parent is doing for the other child because they've already done for the older child, and this younger child needs the assistant now. And sometimes it's where I see it comes in where that child need more attention, you know. So it's basically questions like that that I've been getting, you know, coming in. And those are the things that I really want to talk about. So I'm going to have two ladies Saturday coming in, and we're going to discuss that. And it's called children and treating them equally, fairly, because a lot of parents, I guess we do it unknowingly, unknowingly, because you don't realize you're doing it until somebody says something. And the only time a child feel, to me, like it's favoritism when they're not getting what they want to get, or they're not able to have their way because they're used to having their way when at a certain age. Do you stop depending on me to do for you? You start doing for yourself. And that's how that basically goes. But that's just my opinion, and I'm only one person. And we're going to get other opinions, and then we're going to talk about it. But I also want to talk about a subject that a lot of people are afraid to get in, and especially men. But I want some men that have divorced or separated from the mother of their kids and still had to raise their kids as their mother, the kids' mom move on with another relationship, or she may have other kids. But how you break those barriers, you know, like the lines of communication. We need men that been through this to talk to the young men that's going through this, because it's a challenge. You know, it's hard when you're trying to raise your children and do the best to your ability, but then you have somebody else telling you what the next person doing better or not better, or, you know, I want to hear from the men who have raised their children outside of the home with the ex-wife, ex-girlfriend who remarried, you remarried, had other kids, other people was involved. Because I don't see why it should be such a hard transition. Why women find it so hard to let their kids go around other women. You know, they always say, oh, you can't bring her, I don't want her around my children, or you can't bring her around the house and things like that. I don't understand. If it's over, why not? And what did you do to get across that, you know, like that bridge? Because it's a barrier. It causes conflicts. The children don't know how to act when they with this person, they act that way. When they with this family, they act that way, you know. And I want to know, at what point do it stop? I didn't have that problem. Although I have 3 kids, 4, raised by myself, but wasn't no in-laws knocking or coming to my house trying to find out what I needed or what was going on. This all was in-house. My brother, my mother, my family. So I want to know, you as men that was doing that and trying to do, what did you do? How did you break that barrier? Because I know a lot of young men that's really trying to do for their kids, to provide for their kids, and the mother making it hard. And then you have some mothers that's trying to give you all the leeway, giving you the pedal to roll a boat with, to come see your children, spend time, and you don't want to because the woman in your house don't want to accept these children. And what is the problem with it? When you have a child for this man, he's supposed to forget about the family he had before? Why? In case parents should explain things to their kids the old way and just do as I say just because. Just do as I say, kids. Is it really on the kid? Because you got to understand, when I'm with my mom, I act this way, and the family is this way. And I'm with my dad, the family is this way, and I have to act that way. Or I don't see my dad's family. I don't see my mom's family. And when I do see them, how do I act? Can I be me? Are they going to accept me for who I am? And I'm not talking about no sexuality, none of that mess. I mean who you are as a person. Because that's the thing, fitting in. How you know where you fit in? When there is nobody there to guide and talk, and the person that you think supposed to guide and talk you, they worrying about what your daddy said, what they was doing over there. And then you got men, when they see that, oh, what that nigga say, I know that nigga better not tell y'all. Why? I don't get it. I want to know from men that done it. Because I didn't see my dad do it either. But then at the same time, times have changed and things are different. My mother wasn't bringing nobody around. But then when I had mine, of course they had Uncle Daddies. Of course they had other men coming around. It's growth as well, but at what point do a man or woman say, that's it, I'll deal with you when you're old enough to understand? Right. Be yourself. But you didn't know you can be yourself until someone told you that you can be yourself, and you probably came to the realization where your mom might have asked you, well, did you enjoy yourself over there? No. Why? Because I did blah, blah, blah. Why? And it's not just in the black household. It's not just us. It's everybody, and it's everywhere. Black men not the only men that leave their kids. At all. But where do you combine those two families? And how can a man be comfortable raising one set of kids and don't even know what the other set doing? How they doing, if they're eating, you know, how and why? You have to talk to them daily. But you have to understand, the more you talking, somebody else is talking. But that is the key. Communication, and the lines of communication always have to be open. But I'm asking men, what do the brother do that's trying to do and getting stopped? It's not a stop sign. The light is green. But when you get to this certain part of this child's life, there's a stop sign. Why is the father to feel like he can't chastise his children? Because if he do, or the mama might get upset and you can't see him again. Why the mother feels she have to hide she have a man? Because if the daddy find out, then, oh, he don't want to give me no money on the bills. I mean, it's a cycle. All of this, it have to change. Somebody have to take the lead. And that's why I'm asking black men that have done this. I know it's possible. It's possible. There's too many successful people in this world to say that it's not possible. You see too many young men saying, you know, they have two fathers. The man that raised them in the house and the man that was on the outside of the house. Or is it because you allow people to come into your house that have no place and tell you what to do with your children and father. I mean, I really don't know. It's just a question that I'm asking. It's the communities. The community. I don't see how, I disagree. But as I said, we all have opinions. It's not the community. Because you have successful people in your community. You have successful people in your family. It's within. It's in the house. It's the mother. It's the father. And the things that's in between. But it's mainly, for me, the father. I want to know how we stop breaking down houses and building them up, whether you in the house or out the house. Why can't you tell this woman, when you know she did wrong, because she upset with this man because he's moved on, or vice versa, the woman with the man, why can't you as a friend say, girl, now you know that wasn't working out. You know this man doing what he's supposed to do for you and your kids, so you know you need to lighten up or, let that go. Why not do that? Because they don't want to see you with what they don't have. Why keep the same circle if you're not progressing? You see me, I don't have time to sit around with nobody and discuss what somebody else doing all damn day. No. If it's not benefiting me, but they say me, I'm going to use it. If it's not benefiting me, I don't need to be no part of it. You don't see the show. Okay, Mr. Alvin. I think we need more solutions. I think we need more togetherness. And I think the black men don't just get together for a Million Man March. I think we need to get together. I think y'all need to have rallies. Just to bring y'all children together. Men. And tell these young men how to be a father. Because a lot of them, they just don't know. They seeking, and what they seeing is the same thing that their father saw and lacked in giving them. Because when you know better, you do better. And we are a product of the environment that we are in, but you don't have to be. I get compliments all the time on, oh, your children. Oh, I had somebody to even say, my son wasn't my son, that was my brother's son. And I said, oh, that's my son. Oh, is it? Like she was shocked. Why? You know why I'm so carefree? You know why you may look at me and think I'm ghetto? Because your opinion don't really matter to me. Because I'm going to respect you, and I want you to respect me. And if you can't, I really don't care if you think I'm the loudest one in the room and I need to shut up. I feel stop your ears up. Don't listen to me. But that's me. Everybody's not the same. And again, I want black men. I want you to come in. I want you to answer this question. Why is it so hard to keep communication with your sons, with the mother of your sons and daughters? A person you once loved, now you hate. What is you laughing at, Coke? Don't do that. You distracted me. All on live. Let me tell y'all something that bothered me. You know, my son just got married. And we all at the wedding, the father at the wedding, and we having a real good time. Him and I got into a conversation, and I told him, I said, oh yeah, I told the grandchildren, we were young when we got together. And, things just didn't work out. Now here later, I talk to the grandkids, and they tell me, where they met, he went over to Clarence's house, and they met, and talked to him, which is sad to say. They 16 and going on down to what? The youngest 13? And they may have seen him 3 times in their life. Come on now. Anyway, they got questions, because that's Miss Nissie, grandkids. They're very open. They ask questions, all of them. I got one shy one in the group. The rest, they going to ask questions. No, and Bunny not going to ask too many. So, Raya and Chaquaris, they shy. But anyway, back to it. I told the kids, we were young when we got together. You know, we were just learning how to get out the house trying to be grown. Well, after the wedding, the children talked to him. They want to know he coming for Thanksgiving. Told the children he was coming for Thanksgiving. I didn't see him at the table. But he told the children, they asked him why he left. He told them because I was crazy. Because I was crazy. So crazy I'm paying them bills, huh? So crazy. I'm protecting your reputation. I don't tell them, oh man, all them beatings I was catching, or he was blah blah. I never said that. So why wouldn't you tell them what I said when I had just told you the night before? I told them we was young and things didn't work out. But you want to put yourself above. You still want to make yourself look good. So you tell them I'm crazy. They got enough people telling them their mama crazy, but they know their mama not crazy to an extent. And that bothered me. I'm like, after all these years, you can't give me? Nigga, I raised your sons to be men with the help of my family. You couldn't say thank you. Or you couldn't say, well, yeah, the same thing your grandma said, yeah, we were young, just getting together, and things just didn't work out. We grew apart. See, that was the story they knew. And I ain't changed it. They might see this live and see whatever, but you know, it is what it is. And like I say, I'm coming with facts. I'm not going to lie, cover or color nothing up. It is what it is. But again, as a man, you could have sit right there and talked to those children and kept it real, but you choose to lie to make yourself look like a bigger man. When you just don't know, you was a giant to them sitting there because there was the monks, their grandfather, who they didn't even know and had never spent time with. They spelled special right then and there. You took that. Because you can't call my mom crazy. I'm all they been knowing all their life. And I never said anything against you. Hi, Miss Fry. How are you? And congratulations. I watched you. I saw you receive your diploma and everything. And while I have you on live, I would like to say to you, after 35 years, I sincerely apologize for what I did, and you know what it is. We've talked about it, but I've never apologized for it. I've always made an excuse of why not to apologize. But I want you to know tonight that I am very sorry, and I apologize. And guess what? Sometimes it ain't so good, because what I got, girl, you should be glad you missed that. And, you know, and I'm going to leave that there. But congratulations. But y'all, I'm not going to be too long. I'm here, I'm there. We're like almost everywhere. But I hope I answered a couple questions and filled in a few blanks. I'm coming back tomorrow. Well, I'm coming back next Saturday, and I'll have someone sitting with me. And I told you guys next Saturday I want to talk about favoritism amongst girls, or why sisters feel like one is more favored than the other. And we're going to get into it. And just think about what I said. You're welcome. Just think about what I said, men. And fill in the commentaries, you know, fill in those slips. And let me know. If you don't want to come in and say it, you let me know so that I can say it. Because we still have a lot of young fathers starting off young, and they need guidance. They need guidance. Thank you, Mr. Henry, but that was with the guidance of my two brothers. Well, really, 3 brothers. And like I said, I have 4 brothers, but all 3 of my brothers took a part in my son's life. And I had an awesome father for my kids as well. But everybody don't have that, you know. So I want you guys, I don't care where you're at in life, what you're doing, I want you to write it in. Let me know and let these guys know what can they do to communicate better with the mother or with the father, with these kids, so the division can stop and we can unite families. Because that is, like I said, that is the goal. This is about positivity. And it means some negative stuff going to come out, but it's not intended to be. But people always take things in a negative way. But I want the positive. I want to uplift. And I want to actually start in Harvey. I want it to stop going down, stop being, I want the day to come when we don't pass down the street and see nobody hanging out. You got 8 ballrooms and 50 churches back there. Somebody need to close and just come together. Make 1 or 2 big congregations. Can we do that? They always had one pastor, then a second pastor. Everybody want to be the leader though, right? I don't know. That's just my opinion. But once again, I'm going to tell you guys, I'll see you next Saturday. And thanks for joining Miss Nissie Supportive Saturdays. I love you guys. Hopefully I answered the question and filled in the blank.